everybody, I'm Ninjo X, and welcome to the Ninjo X Let's Plays, Let's Completes Pokemon Blue Safari Special. In this blockbuster episode, we will be completing the entire Safari Zone in journal format. So, here we go. Ninjo X Journal Entry 1, Day 1. I have arrived at the gates of the Safari Zone. Even though all of my past experiences and memories with the Safari Zone tell me to expect a long, drawn-out process, I still feel confident and optimistic in this first day, where the main goal will be collecting all the TMs that I can. Welcome to the Safari Zone! For just 500, we'll steal all your Pokemon and you can be defenseless. Would you like to join the hunt? It's not very expensive, at least. That'll be 500. We only use Safari Balls here. First fun fact, the music here is the same as the evolution music. Like I said, my first run through here will be targeted towards items, not Pokemon. If we find any Pokemon, all the better. But they're not the primary focus. Ooh, car boss! Yay! Dun 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 dun. TM37, I believe that is Egg Bomb, which is a horrible, horrible move. Doesn't that just figure? Paris would be the first thing. Don't bother wasting balls on Pokemon you've already caught, because when you run out, you're out. They kick you out of the Safari Zone. Ooh, a max potion, that's helpful. Anyway, Egg Bomb is probably the worst TM in the game. I'd even say it's worse than Bide. Full restore, yay! Well, I'm probably not going to get all my items on this first run through, but I still want to get as many as I can. What's this? Ooh, a new Pokemon on our first run through, Rhyhorn. Now, a lot of people will tell you different rock bait combinations hold different buttons. Most of that is a scam. Some of it's not. If you throw rocks, it makes them easier to catch, but more likely to run. Bait is the exact opposite. Harder to catch, less likely to run. But at 50-50, usually throwing the ball is the best option. Yes! Beautiful. 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 Rhyhorn is the Spikes Pokemon? Its massive bones are 1,000 times harder than human bones. It can easily knock a trailer flying. Love the real world references, makes it really easy to grasp just how tough Rhyhorn is. You want to give a nickname to Rhyhorn? We have Sandslash, we have Canucks, we don't need another ground type. But if you want the most powerful rock type in the game, in terms of stats, Rhyhorn's evolution is the one. What's this could be? What could this be? A Nidoran female. TM40! I don't know what that is. It could be Rest, but I thought I already got Rest, so it could also be something else. Another Nidoran. You're following me. I don't want to be followed by Nidoran. Protein. Protein. Dun 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 dun. Ooh, make sure to pick up the gold teeth. They're a key item that you will need to finish the game. Not just to complete it. TM32, I believe that's double team. Could also be Swords Dance though. Ah, finally! You're the first person to reach the secret house! I was getting worried that no one would win our grand prize! Congratulations, you have won! HM03. Already an excellent start to our safari. Zone. Time. Fun. Land. Ville. We have a limited number of steps before we'll be kicked out of the safari zone for running out of quote-unquote time. We could substitute that by looking in other directions, but like I said before, that's really hard to do, at least on the controller I'm using. Another Paris. Another Paris. Well, I feel like we got a pretty good haul. Another Rhyhorn. That's just salt in the wound. Another Rhyhorn. You're kind of devaluing. Well, thus ends day 1. I'll be back with you for day 2. Stay enlightened. Safari Zone Day 2. Ninjo X reporting. The incredibly unlikely has happened. Today, I started off fresh by catching Execute and the rare Doduo, then was dismayed as both Tauros and Chansey appeared simultaneously and both fled. But in a shocking, almost impossible turn of events, those two same Pokemon appeared later on, and I was able to catch them both. Kangaskhan and possibly Dratini, depending on how long I want to draw this out, are the only two Safari Pokemon that remain. Ninjo X, Safari Zone Day 3. Things have wrapped up already, far before I thought they would. On to the gym, I suppose. I'm extremely excited that things turned out this way. I caught every rare Pokemon in the Safari Zone except for Dratini and Pinsir. I even stopped by and I caught a Slowpoke and a Psyduck just for the sake that they were there. Never had this much luck in the Safari Zone before. Now that the montage is over, let's get back to the game at hand. The Safari Zone turned out to be a lot easier than I planned, and I have a lot of extra time for this episode, which I'm not going to be keeping track of the time for. This is Chansey. Catching one is up to chance. I caught it. That's a Voltorb. Already caught it. I believe that's a Kangaskhan. And I think there's a Slowpoke and a Lapras on the other side. Anyway, our first order of business is to talk to the Warden. No garbled speech in this game, apparently. The Warden popped in his teeth. Thanks, kid. No one could understand a word that I said. I couldn't work that way. Let me give you something for your trouble. HM04 Strength. We now have every single HM in the game. Wow. Feels like yesterday I just left Palette, but we can't use Strength or Surf yet because of badge requirements. Though we're about to remedy that. At least somewhat. Wait a minute. Nobody's hurt. What I'm about to do is probably going to be the toughest, just in terms of battling difficulty, challenge in this game. We're going to defeat Fuchsia City's gym. Let's see you beat my special techniques. That's oddly seductive. Please never do that again. Juggler wants to fight. Send out Drowsy. But I have a Shenron. Oh, whoops. I forgot I was going to teach HM03 to Shenron. Probably would be a good idea to deposit my items in the PC too. Goodbye, Drowsy. Shenron's trying to learn... You know what? I know I could forget Splash, but I'm not even gonna bother. It's Leer. Yes, I'm going to abandon learning Leer. Kadabra. It's weird this is a poison-type gym, but almost all the trainers use psychic types. So, go figure. Ow. You can't beat my Shenron, he's Shenron. So anyways, something to talk about. With all that intro out of the way, I had a really interesting topic picked for today. What is humanity? What makes us human? What separates us from the other creatures on our planet? There are a lot of shallow answers to this question, like, there is no difference, humans are all monsters. That's false. Yes, there are humans that are terrible, terrible people. That are monstrous. But there are others that are incredibly generous, incredibly kind, and very helpful. To brand all of humanity as monsters would be the same as branding all of any one race as any one stereotype. Except that it would be even worse. So, I think I have come up with a decisive answer. What makes us human is what we create. And how we create it. I'm gonna forget Bubble Beam and learn Surf. Sorry. We create marvelous things, ideals, emotions, sadness, anger, love, and joy. And we leave the exoskeleton of what we build behind us for centuries. I take solace in the fact, knowing that whenever I'm gone, this will likely still be around for a very long time. So, in the same sense that what we make makes us human, what we make is also completely different from person to person. Even if it's an imitation, it's different in that it's an imitation. Show you how strategy can beat brute strength. Well, what if you use both and you're not a loser? Okay. Ooh, a hypno. I'm gonna put your hypno to sleep, which is something you can't do in future games. Insomnia. That's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt. That hurt. Come on! You dirty cheater. Well, Canucks, it's your turn. You don't really think. Holy crap, this thing is so over-leveled, it's actually disgusting. And it's not even his only Pokemon. It's not even his only Pokemon. I mean, it's partly my fault for coming in here so under-leveled. Typically, I would go down Cycling Road and beat all the trainers there before I battled this gym. Well, thanks for giving me a chance to fight back, I guess. Canucks, if you weren't the MVP, you would not stand a chance in this fight. But instead, you just about knocked out his Hypno. This isn't good. Link has been pretty reliable in the past, but oh, poison gas, you... What? Well, that's the first time that's happened. Farfetch'd has grown to a high enough level that he no longer always obeys commands. Come on, Farfetch'd. Come on, Link. Listen to what I say and do it! God, I hate this trainer. This is probably the worst trainer in this game, if you play the game the way I play it. While at least Pinball should hopefully maybe be able to possibly maybe be able to outspeed this stupid Hypno. Yep. This game does not want me to have a good time right now. You know what? I'm not gonna let it get me. I beat the Safari Zone in 3 days. I'm not gonna let you get to me, you cheater. Oh, that was his only Pokemon. Thank goodness for that. Yeah, you call that strategy, but all you did was overlevel one Pokemon. That's hardly strategic. Anyway, what makes us human is what we leave behind, what we create. Do you create life? Do you, even if it's not directly you that creates, if it's your children or your grandchildren, that's still what measures your humanity. That and your decency. What is humanity? Animals can be very helpful, very kind, very loving, just like humans can. So to say it's being nice would be a gross understatement on what makes us human. That's certainly a part of it. I'm gonna put your whole team to sleep. I don't even care if it breaks Sleep Claws, because I'm not following that, because I'm not battling competitive right now. Good job, Amanita. Better job, Amanita. Thank you for wasting your probably one turn. Good job, Amanita. You beasted. He still has more? Well, I'm trying to talk about this. For some reason, I really struggle commentating and playing at the same time. I know other people don't. Yay, Amanita leveled up. But maybe it's because of the way I talk. I don't just talk about what I'm doing. There is no one measure for what humanity is. Humanity is many things. One of which is, as I've said, what we create, what we leave behind. Humans are unique as animals in the fact that we are the only animals on this planet that build. We're the only animals on this planet that aren't suited for survival purely on our own physical skills and tools. Humans aren't poisonous. We're not scaled. We're not large or small. We don't reproduce faster or slower than the average creature. We're not scavengers. We can't eat anything and still remain healthy. And we certainly can't breathe underwater, even for small amounts of time. So it comes down to a lot of other decisive factors. This isn't going to be fun. No! You know what? I'm using the full restore. I'll be able to get more full restores later, and I don't want to have to switch. So, anyway. By what we create, I don't just mean physical things. I mean, do we create feelings of love in others? Do we create ourselves? Do we build upon ourselves, make ourselves better? Do we create life? I descended mostly from rednecks, but you didn't hear it here. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Yep. Good job, pinball. What do we create when we're here? What do we leave behind when we're gone? How do we live our lives? These are all very difficult questions for some people to answer. And most of those people are the ones who have lost touch with their humanity, who have become meme monsters that only care about themselves, only care about their immediate comfort, their immediate benefits. And there's the polar opposite, those who create bad things, those who create pain, suffering, death for their own sake. The worst of the worst all fit into this category. No, I can see him quite well. Tamara wants to fight with the Sand Slash, and I'm gonna use Swords Dance, hopefully. I'm gonna use Swords Dance, hopefully. I'm gonna use Cut. Oh, nope, I guess I used Fly. Thank goodness! You know, I know you're not gonna be able to knock it out because you're not gonna listen, so I'm just gonna let you faint. And then we go to pinball, and Arbok's already hurt. So... anyways. What makes us human are the deeds we do, the things we create and leave behind. Our ability to create things like love, which can, depending on if it's true, last until final call trumpet sounds. It would last until the... oh Lord. Here we go. For this battle, I might have to forget about leveling up my team. I might have to do away with the whole consistency of keeping my team appropriate level. In fact, I'm going to have to. Canucks is the only one that can do consistent damage enough to this guy that I'll be able to win. I could go out and grind some more, and if I lose this battle, I'll probably go beat some trainers and come back, but... here we go.
A mere child like you dares to challenge me? Very well, I shall show you true terror as a ninja master. You shall feel the despair of poison and sleep techniques.
Except that you don't have any sleep techniques. You only have poison techniques and a couple of other dirty tricks. Koga wants to fight. Coughing. Level 37. Dart. I'm just gonna have you do as best as you can, because if you can beat this coughing, then we'll be golden. Oh, he wasted a turn on it with an X attack. I know that X attack could make Coughing's attack stronger, but it's one of his weakest Pokemon. Oh my word, if Dart hits with another Seismic Toss, he's gonna knock out Coughing. Dart, I am sorry for doubting you. Level 33. Technically, it's Shenron's turn. Slash, and I lost man points. See, Dart, or more specifically Charizard, Charmeleon's evolution, is one of the fastest Pokemon in the game. So, Slash is always going to crit. And this is when we forget Scratch. Sklatch, because I can clearly speak my own language. Okay. Serious time. Oh Lord. Just try to do some damage, Dart. You're not going to be able to beat his muck, I don't think. You know what? It used Minimize. But I used some Leers to lower its defense, and we know Swift, which is guaranteed to hit. Come on, Canucks. MVP. Canucks, since you're already out. Why does he keep wasting his X attacks on his coughings? Look at that. 5-level disadvantage, no critical hit Oko with Dig. Oh lord. Funny thing, this wheezing knows, I forget if it's self-destruct or explosion. And sometimes it uses it. So I love to dig. And that's actually not good. Yes! Give me a second, guys. I can't believe that happened on camera. I mean, it's happened before a million times, but it doesn't always happen. It's just hilarious. He basically forfeits the fight by using self-destruct if you're underground. Or even if not, unless you're down to your last Pokemon.
You have proven your worth. Here, take the soul badge.
42-57 for winning.
Now that you have the soul badge, the defense of your Pokemon increases. It also lets you use Surf outside of a battle. Take this too.
TM06 is, as he's gonna say, toxic. Toxic is a really nasty move. It inflicts bad poison, which is a special unlabeled status condition similar to poison, except bad poison increases its damage every turn. If used on a Venusaur in tandem with Leech Seed, both the Toxic and the Leech Seed will increase the damage that they deal every turn. So yeah, that's a pretty good strategy. Yes, you can heal my Pokemon back to perfect health. More importantly, now that we have the Soul Badge and the ability to use Surf, all paths are open. We can go wherever we want on the map outside of Victory Road. Right now, I could catch every single Pokemon in the game except for Moltres and Mewtwo. Every single one. I'm not going to do that because that would be incredibly boring to watch. It'd be much more fun to do it as we go. But I think now's a good time to fly back to Pallet. Pallet Town. Pallet Town. Here we are. The place where our journey began. You know what? Just for grins, I think we're gonna go see Oak. Really quickly, shift Dart down because he leveled up and is awesome. And also Canucks because, again, awesome. You know, I'm gonna do it this way. Now switch Link with Pinball. Let's get our Pokedex evaluated. Good to see you! How is your Pokedex coming? Here, let me take a look. Pokedex completion is 100 Pokemon seen, 63 Pokemon owned. Oak's rating? Oh, it's getting even better! There's poor Bulbasaur. Left out of the action. Left out of the action. So what are we gonna do now? We're gonna use our new ability. Wait, Shenron surfs. I don't think I should need to skip for this, even though it's kind of a rare Pokemon we're looking for. That's right, we're not done catching. Certainly not for this episode. These Pokemon are pretty high level for a wild Pokemon. Okay, I don't want another Rattata. I've already got a Rattata. You know what? This is taking too long after all. Speed up in 3, 2, 1, go. There! Finally found it. It's not even that rare, so I don't know what it was, what the problem was. Tangela. Gen 1's only pure grass Pokemon. And also probably its weakest. If you couldn't tell, Tangela's a trapper. The general strategy to use whenever you're using Tangela, first off, since it doesn't evolve in Gen 1, would be to use it in an unevolved format, because it's definitely unevolved stronger than Bulbasaur, Execute, Bellsprout, and Oddish. And the other grass type that I can't seem to remember. Oh, Paris. The whole point would be to teach it Toxic and Wrap. Maybe also Mega Drain so that you could steal hit points while your opponent is stuck. That's not good. It's level 28. It can take some damage. Thank goodness. There we go. That should be enough to start throwing Ultra Balls. We only have 5 though, which concerns me. Here we go. Tangela is one of the easier Pokemon to catch, so naturally I'm gonna have a hard time with it. I'm glad I talked. I'm glad I talked because that was easy. Ah, Tangela. The vine Pokemon. The whole body is swathed with wide vines that are similar to seaweed. Its vines shake as it walks. You know, I know this is probably kind of weird, but I always looked at Tangela as a kid and thought it looked like the Fry Kids from the McDonald's commercials. I'm gonna go on ahead and pop an image on screen for you guys really quick in case you don't know what I'm talking about. Wanna give a nickname to Nope? Well guys, all that's left to do now is to go down. And I'm gonna do something I haven't done in this LP. I'm going to avoid all the trainers on this route. For now. I do have a plan, so don't panic. Some of you might even be able to figure out my plan. Probably will. It's not that complex or convoluted. Ooh, a tentacle! I totally don't already have one of those. Say hello to Cinnabar Island, home of what would be the 7th Pokemon gym. Don't worry though, we're not taking it that far out of order. To defeat Blaine as the 5th gym leader would be insanity. It would require hours and hours of grinding, and the other gym leaders would pose zero threat afterwards. I mean, I guess if you had a couple of water types and a couple of rock types, you probably wouldn't have that much trouble. No, I want to go down. We're going to withdraw those fossils. Dome Fossil. And I need the old amber now. Okay. So, what do you think makes us human? What do you guys think makes us human beings?
I am important doctor. I study here rare fossil Pokemons. You have fossil for me?
Dome Fossil.
It is fossil of Kabuto, a Pokemon that is already extinct. My resurrection machine will make that Pokemon live again!
I love how he calls it a resurrection machine, even though that's not what it would be according to science. It would be a cloning machine. Which makes me feel a little bit better about reviving the fossil, actually. And all you have to do is leave the building, come back in, talk to him again.
Where were you? Your fossil is back to life.
It was Kabuto, like I think. Kabuto? We aren't giving a nickname to Kabuto. Kabuto is sent to Pokemon Box 3.
Hiya! I am important doctor. I study here rare Pokemon fossils.
We have an old amber.
Fossil of Aerodactyl, a Pokemon that is already extinct. My resurrection machine will make the Pokemon live again!
Yep. Okay, we're gonna leave again, because science. Actually, that is the answer this time. Go on ahead and head back in. Can't stop me now, I'm having such a good time. Pokeball, can't stop Aerodactyl. Okay, Aerodactyl is easily the fastest rock type in the game. I believe it's the third fastest Pokemon, period, in the original games, just over Jolteon. I'm pretty certain that the top three are Electrode, Mewtwo, and Aerodactyl. It could be Diglett in Dugtrio in third place, though. No, we're not giving a nickname to Aerodactyl. We're just having a good time on Cinnabar Island, a place that most people just use for glitches. Five, six, dun 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 dun. Okay. We need to switch Amanita for Shenron for this next area. And hopefully you'll see why. We're going to the burnt building. Oh, sorry, the Pokemon Mansion. I get those two confused literally all the time. This is taking a while. Ooh, new Pokemon Ponyta. And it's a high enough level that a Dragon Rage should not KO it. Great. Now we've just got to get really lucky. It's really risky to switch to Amanita in this one because that Ponyta could easily knock it out in one hit, even with Ember. 2, 3. Ponyta was caught! Ponyta is the fire type renegade. It's very fast, but it's a physical attacker. And it really didn't have any value until about Gen 4. I mean, it does have value in this game as a trapper, one of the few Pokemon capable of learning Fire Spin, but it's just not that good outside of Fire Spin Toxic. It's hooves are 10 times harder than diamonds. Bull crap. It can trample anything completely flat in little time. So it can trample the moon flat in any time. I get the feeling that the Pokédex entries has started out as really far-fetched, but that they've gotten a bit more reasonable. They're still pretty unrealistic, but no nickname for Ponyta, we have Dart. You know what I'm gonna do? Just as a precaution, I'm gonna go buy some more Ultra Balls. We have, I think, 3. I'll buy 15. That's kind of my magic number. Okay, we got Ponyta. Let's see what else we can catch in here. Another Ponyta. Vulpix. Adorable, but we already have a Vulpix. Adorable, but we already have a Vulpix. New Pokemon, Grimer. Even though you can catch it in Celadon in future games, this is the only area to catch a Grimer in Red, Blue, Yellow, Fire, Red, Leaf, Green. And other than Unova in Black 2 and White 2, this is the only area in the Pokemon universe, in the franchise, where you can catch Grimer other than Celadon City. Which really helps to prove my point that Unova's not only Kanto's not only industrial, but hyper-industrial. Because there isn't enough sludge, there isn't enough toxic runoff to sustain them in the wild. But appears in filthy areas, thrives by sucking up polluted sludge that is pumped out of factories. Do you want to give a nickname to Grimer? Our 6th and final party member is Grimer, aka Salvo the Slime. I'm a holdout for Muck, for Grimer and Muck. I really like their design. I know a lot of people are like, it's lazy, it's just a blob. Those people clearly didn't read the Pokédex. It's just a pile of crap. Don't want a wheezing. I do want a coughing though. I throw my hands up in the air sometimes. Well, we've got a couple more Pokemon to find in the burnt building. Then we'll probably leave Cinnabar. But for now, it's time for our final farewell. Well, I guess, no, it's not. We'll wait to withdraw Salvo until we can leave Cinnabar. You know what? This is taking too long. I'm gonna go on ahead and speed up. 3, 2, 1, go. Hello everybody, Fast Motion me again, making a blockbuster reappearance. I just wanted to talk about Grimer and Muck for a little bit. See, a lot of you are probably wondering right now, why on earth are you using Muck? I mean, we know you like it. You sing Dynamite every single time you find one in the wild, or on a trainer, but it doesn't make any sense to me. That's because muck is literally the best wall in the original games. There are few walls that compare to it even today. It has the most hit points of type poison and one of the best special defense stats in modern games of type poison. Its problem is that it's offensively very, very weak, so if you don't have a lot of patience in battle, you're not going to be able to take advantage of it. Also, it's congealed bacteria that have gained sentience, not just gunk or crap, so stop that rumor. Finally! The trick is that if you're playing blue version, it's Grimer that's by far the more common. If you're playing red, it's Coughing. But we still need both for Pokedex completion, and I'd rather not trade away. I'd rather not trade to get it, so we're gonna use a Dargon Rage. And hope... That's good. Could have gone better, but it's good. At least we have a lot of Ultra Balls. Wiggle. Yes! Coughing was caught! We have one more Pokemon to catch in the burnt building. One that can only be found in blue version. Because it stores several kinds of toxic gases in its body, it is prone to exploding without warning. Give a nickname to Coughing. We already have our full party. So no. I mean, not already. We finally have our full party. Well, guys, I'm going to try to avoid the trainer battles. Looks like we did. We have to go up to the top floor for this Pokemon to be available. It's only available on this floor and only in blue version. That didn't take long at all. Say hello to Magmar. Blue version's exclusive humanoid Pokemon. Oddly enough, red version's is Electabuzz. You'd think that would be the other way around, but... guess not. It's level 34, so I'm sure it can take a Dargon Rage. It took it too well. Well, throw the ball and hope. Didn't think so. So now we have a choice. We can either try... Ooh! I can use Seismic Toss. I can use Seismic Toss without too much risk to dart. And hopefully it'll survive. I can't imagine that it has less than 33 HP left. Yep. There's the kitty. Well, guys, hopefully one of these balls will catch it. Okay, it's gonna be like that. So, I'm just gonna keep chucking balls. Alright. Magmar was caught. New Pokedex data will be added for Magmar. Magmar's the Spitfire Pokemon. Its body always burns with an orange glow that enables it to hide perfectly among flames. Do you want to give a nickname to Magmar? No. We're gonna do it. Ah, so much progress in this blockbuster episode. A lot more than I thought. I fully, honestly expected to still be stuck in the Safari Zone. So, till next time, I've been Ninjo X, the Enlightened Gamer. Stay enlightened. Enlightened people, like and subscribe. Please. I'm just kidding. you don't have to if you don't want to. Hello everybody, Ninjo X here, just talking to you a bit on the end slate. We have reached the midpoint of our adventure. 32 episodes, who would have thought? I thought it was going to be hundreds of episodes long. But anyways, if you really don't like bad singing, I recommend you turn the volume off for this end slate or just skip it out. You can still feel free to click on any of the links, but I'm going to be singing very badly on a Grimer's interpretation of Teo's Dynamite. Enjoy. I throw my hands up in the air like grime, saying hey yo, I'll be a mock though. I need to celebrate the poke life. Call my trainer, tell him let's go. Gonna melt that shrub, gonna grind all night, gonna level up while I win the fight. Cause I told you once, now I've told you twice. Gonna level up when I win the fight.